y'all. Thank you so much for joining me for what I've been warming August 17th through the 24th Scentsy edition. My name is Stacy. I do use mostly 25-watt and up Scentsy warmers as I am a Scentsy consultant, and those warmers are on for about 15 hours a day. I'd love it if you'd subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so we can stay in touch. My very first empty this week is Brown Butter Pumpkin, and I love this scent. I think it's going to be a staple for us. In my home, this throws beautifully. It's a good, strong medium, and it's absolutely an authentic pumpkin pie smell to me. But it's not one that is overly bakery. It's not overly sweet. And it's just got such a nice balance that it's pleasing to everybody in my home, which means this is a great open concept warm and shared space warm. And as a pumpkin lover, I am thrilled to have it in my stash. Now, we have to talk deeply about this Very Good pumpkin. For me, when I first melted 4 cubes in my home, what I was getting was light in throw. It was a beautiful scent, but it was quite light. And I usually spread maybe 4 cubes between 3 warmers in my house. I took this over to a friend's house and popped 4 cubes in her single living room warmer, and it threw so beautifully. I would say almost a medium throw. So quite different in throw, and I can't wait to get another bar of this so that I can try maybe more cubes in fewer warmers in my house with this particular scent to see how it goes. Next up, I finished my very first bar of Vanilla Amber. If you watch my warm reviews of the 10 new scents coming in September, you know this was my top pick on warm. I absolutely love this, and it's a fight. There were a lot of bars that I really love, but for me, Vanilla and Amber can be struggle scents for me. I'm actually working on a video that's a part of the no-no tag, which is scents that make you pause before you buy them. And Vanilla and Amber were at the top of that list for me. I struggle to smell them, and I smell both of those notes. And it's just a beautiful, elegant scent for me on warm that does have almost like a sugar cookie note, but I get great performance 2 to 3 days in bedrooms. Love it. Next up, I finished this bar of lemon sorbet. Its scent notes are fresh cut lemon, grapefruit zest, sweetened by sugar cane, and it's a really great lemon scent to me. You can see here that I got this August of 2023, so just this time last year. I typically just stock up on this bar. I do think there's some risk that this bar might not come back, so I may last minute add it to my club. I don't know, but I do have a stockpile, and I have lemon lime fizz, which I also finished this week, in my club. And while I like both of these bars, I feel like lemon lime fizz just beats it by this much for me because I do like the lemon and the lime that I get out of lemon lime fizz. Now, lemon lime fizz lists as vanilla sugar with fizzy lemon and lime. I don't always get that effervescent note with this, but it's just such a great mixer, and it also performs really well on its own, so it's the one that got the club spot for now. And another one of the bars that I stocked up on in August of last year, this is Mahalo Coconut. It's a summer staple for me. It's Hawaiian lei with violet, with a kind of a fruity pineapple note, and coconut providing it some balance and just brightness and playfulness. I really love this all summer long. I get great performance out of this bar. I get 2 or 3 days in my bedrooms, and it's just a bar that I kind of can't imagine not having during the summer. Next up, we got through a bar of Just Breathe. Now, Just Breathe is a year-round melt for us. We love it in bedrooms. In bedrooms in particular, I tend to get about 2 to 3 days out of those, remembering that we have our warmers on for about 15 hours a day. The scent notes on this are eucalyptus, zesty lemon, and mint. I also really enjoy this in my office space, which is where I finished this bar off of. It's just comforting and also bright. Speaking of bright, I finished this bar of one of my summer staples, which is Berry Bright, and I think I am going to be melting this all fall long because I combined it with one of the 10 new release scents, White Peach and Cranberry, and I loved this combo. There is something about the tartness that exists to me in Berry Bright that complemented the White Peach and Cranberry so beautifully. I did do like a 2 to 1, the White Peach to the Berry Bright, but so beautiful. I'm really excited about that combination. This is Blackberry Meringue, and I really enjoyed this melt. It was absolutely beautiful. It was a really great melt for me, and so it might be perplexing to know that after I melted this bar, I did go ahead and remove it from my Scentsy Club. If you watched my edit videos, that is not a shock to you. I go into great detail as to kind of what my thinking was behind that. But this was a really good bar. I do have a few more that I'm excited to have a stash of, and I am going to enjoy melting them. It's a beautiful bakery bar that I'm hoping I'm going to be able to keep at least one or two for next summer. But it's just a beautiful bar, and it's no shade to the bar at all that I removed it from my Scentsy Club. In the exact opposite situation is Dolce de Leche. Now, this is a bar that when I melted it back in Bring Back My Bar Time this summer, it was way too hot for me to really enjoy it, and even I found it too heavy. But I knew I wanted to have at least one more bar in the fall, so I added it to my monthly club just so that I could get another bar to mix with a Red Delicious. I did this in my open concept and whole house. It was absolutely glorious, and everyone in my house enjoyed it. So instead of deleting Dolce de Leche out of my monthly club, I merged that monthly club with just Dolce de Leche in there left into my quarterly club. So it has, in a way, taken Blackberry Meringue's place. It's a rather surprising upset in my quarterly club. Now, this is Strawberry Bliss, and I absolutely love this bar on its own, but I finished this particular bar with that lemon lime fizz that you saw earlier when I was comparing it to lemon sorbet. I actually got the idea for a direct mix of Strawberry Bliss with lemon lime sorbet from Melanie over at Bright House Scents way back, I think around Easter time, and I have been enjoying that ever since. It's such a good combo. This is Cranberry and Candy Cane, and I'm really excited that it's coming back to the fall catalog. For me, this is a staple year round. We enjoy this bar, and I'm really glad that it's coming back. I didn't hear it get a lot of buzz, so I was surprised to see it, and I did have it secured in my club. I love the unique cranberry and pomegranate notes along with the peppermint. It's great in bedrooms, and I think particularly as we get into kind of a heavier melting season, fragrances like this are just wonderful, particularly when they're not overly sweet. And I think the cranberry provides a nice tart balance to the peppermint. I also finished up another Falling Leaves. This is a bar that is in my club from, I think, two Bring Back My Bars ago. I really enjoy this fragrance. You do need to love earthy scents, and I think you need to be comfortable with spice notes, even though for me, I don't pick up the spice notes, which are cinnamon and clove, I think. I don't pick them up distinctly, but this is just a very rich, earthy, wonderful fragrance to me, and I love it, and I'm going to be melting a lot of it this fall in particular. And if you've seen my previous empties or any of my club edits, you are not surprised to see me going through another bar of Midnight Masquerade. This is from, I think, probably my favorite collection that was offered this past year. That was the Mardi Gras collection. I really loved it. It brought me Midnight Masquerade King Cake and Creme de Menthe, all of which are club bars for me. I really love all of those. Midnight Masquerade is sugared beignets, smoky vanilla, and midnight lily. And that midnight lily and smoky vanilla provide just this romantic backdrop for the sugared beignets that have had me loving it ever since it was released. So thank you guys so much for joining me for what I've been warming. I would love to hear in the comments below, what have you gotten through this week? And have you ever had a bar surprise you like Dolce de Leche did me?